what's up? Welcome everybody to my show, Gangster in the Kitchen. Today is a very special show. We're going to start with a holiday flair today. We're going to do a holiday flan. In this case, it's a red velvet flan. My own recipe. And not just that, we also have a special guest today. My guest, Jamie.
Hi.
Alright, let's get started. Today's ingredients are in a nice medium saucepan. We're going to start with a caramel. So you're going to put the pan on medium-high heat, a cup of sugar, and we're going to start cooking it. You don't need to add any water. All you got to do is keep moving it. Don't walk away from it because it will burn. Because just if it gets too high on you or too hot. When it starts getting to this stage, right before it actually burns, this is the perfect time where you need it to start coating the pan. Okay, start coating the pan. Once you have it completely coated like this, you're going to let it stand for at least 45 minutes. To be sure, leave it to an hour. Alright, now we're going to get started on the filling for the flan. Basically, we're going to start first with the cream cheese, which is one of the most important part of this. This is a little trick for this. If you miss this step, you're going to have little balls inside your flan. So remember, try to do this step. Alright? Basically what I did is, out of the seven eggs, I split egg yolks to one side, 2 of them, and egg whites to the other side. Why? Because I'm going to use these egg whites to soften this cream cheese. Even though you're going to have the cream cheese at room temperature, it's not going to mix completely into your mixture. Unless you add some type of bonding agent, in this case it's going to be the egg whites. What the egg whites are going to do is they're going to act like a glue and keep everything nice and tight instead of getting loose. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, Kato, pass me the cream cheese, please.
Cream cheesy.
We're going to start this at a medium. Alright, I'm going to let that beat a little bit, just to soften up the cream cheese. It's already been out for like an hour or 2, maybe 5. Alright, I'm going to start adding the egg whites slowly. Not everyone is, is gifted like I am. I got this KitchenAid mixer as a wedding gift. You could buy them right now. They're like $250, $260. Or else you could just use it all in a blender. It don't matter. It'll work the same. Or you could just do it by hand if you wanna build muscle, I guess. She needs it. Now that I see it's actually getting creamy, I'm going to lift up the speed on it. Now when you see that at this stage where it's getting nice and tight, we're going to add the 2 egg yolks. Slowly, one by one. Woo, almost messed up and both went in, but it's okay. Let it mix in for like 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, now we're gonna add is the 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. Alright, now we're gonna add are the 5 eggs. Remember, use 5 large eggs. Let me rephrase that. 7 large eggs. You just gotta, you know, do what it do. Try to add them one by one if you can. You know, if you don't want to add them one by one, you can just dump them all in. You just get a better product if you let them go one by one. Alright, at this stage, my assistant here is going to add the 3 milks. Basically what she's going to do is she's going to add the whole can of condensed sweetened milk. Then what she's going to do is the evaporated milk, she's going to pour it on top of the other can, which is the sweetened milk. Just about the same amount. And she's going to pour it in. Guys, it doesn't matter if there's still some evaporated milk left. Doesn't really matter. I just like do this step like this because it gives out a better product. After that, she's going to put another cup of milk. Doesn't matter if it's 2% whole milk. It could even be powdered milk. It don't really matter. While she's doing that, I'm going to be zesting and cutting an orange. Before I zest and cut the orange, you're going to measure a 3/4 cup of chocolate syrup. If this happens to you like it happened to me, that I didn't have enough chocolate syrup, you can add a couple more teaspoons of cocoa powder to it, just to even up the amount of chocolate that you need for this recipe. Another tip, don't put it on full blast. If I would have put it on full blast, Jamie here will be full of chocolate. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. First of all, she'll get mad. Second of all, yeah, she'll get mad. If you can't get really good vanilla, I suggest you do. If you can, don't get vanilla extract that has more alcohol to vanilla. Because basically what it is they get the vanilla bean, they put it inside a nice big bucket with some type of alcohol. And all it does is extracts the vanilla, and then you get make sure you get pure vanilla extract. This is why I say a twist on the flan. This is where the twist comes in. I'm going to add the zest and the juice of 1 orange. This is a good combination when it comes to chocolate and orange. Orange and chocolates are a very good combination. Remember that a red velvet cake is basically a chocolate cake with some red food coloring. So I wanted to mimic that with this flan. So let's start zesting. I forgot to lower it. A good tip, folks, zest it on a separate and then add it to the, you don't want to go through what I'm going through right now. Or you could just do this. See, you do it that way, then alright. If you're using a KitchenAid mixer, always make sure you get the sides. All the goodies are on the sides, for you won't leave anything behind. Put it that way. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add about 10 dots of food coloring. This is the red food coloring. Try to get the one that has water. Don't get the one that has alcohol. You don't want to add flavor. You just want the red part of it. If 10 dots doesn't make it red, go 20. If 20 doesn't go, probably go up to 25. It'll get it red enough for you. At this point, what we're going to do is, which we should have done since the beginning, was preheat the oven at 350. Well, that's preheating. I want to make sure that everything is nicely incorporated. At this point, what we're doing is, you could put this in the ice box in the normal fridge part and let it chill up to 30 minutes before you put it in the oven. You could put it straight in the oven. It really doesn't matter. I would put it in the freezer for like 30-45 minutes. It'll give you a better product. Hopefully this is already, yeah, cool though. We're gonna add this to this. We're gonna use a water bath. Kids, remember one thing. Have your pan that's bigger than the one you're gonna use. Put this in first and add water halfway. Don't add water first and then put it in, because it could overlap, because you might put more water than what you need. So let's get going. I thought about it ahead of time, and now I'm going to add water. Just try to add it on the sides. All this is going to do is you're going to have a creamier product, and it helps bake your product evenly. Alright, say bye bye, hello, bye bye. I'm so proud. I feel like a proud papa. Alright, this is another thing where it's going to be a little bit different on this type of flan. Basically, we're going to put some chopped nuts. What I'm doing right now is I'm roasting them lightly on medium-high heat. Remember, I'm roasting them lightly. I'm not burning them to death. I'm roasting them just to get out the essential oils and get the best out of them. I already have a little bit here, and I'm going to add this to that. And my assistant's going to pulsate into it. We get a nice, she's going to do like at least 7 pulses on there. Another tip, you know they're done when you start smelling the nut. When you don't smell it, when it's burning. Stay by it. Don't go away, like walk over to the, no. You could burn it. In my case, I have somebody with me. If I was by myself, I wouldn't be doing this. No. Stay on it. That's nicely roasted. Alright, that's it. Now we're going to check the consistency to see if, yeah, it's where I want it. Alright. Remember, in a flan, normally you don't put nuts on it. In a normal flan, you just have the nice caramel layer on top. In this case, I'm going to put chopped nuts just to mimic the almonds or sometimes walnuts that they put around a red velvet cake. In this case, I'm going to put it on top with a drizzle of nice chocolate frosting that I made, which you could get it on my blog at gangstainthekitchen.blogspot.com. You could get the recipe for that. You can also get the recipe for the white frosting if you want to go that route, which is a cream cheese frosting, which will be more of a traditional red velvet. Basically, after you get it out of the oven, you're gonna let it to a nice cool area in your kitchen. Leave it there for about an hour. After an hour's passed, you're gonna unmold it, flip it in a pan that's bigger than the pan you used to cook it in. Now we're gonna decorate it. Much like a red velvet cake, we're gonna add some nuts. Let's do this. Chocolate sauce, go on my webpage. You'll find a recipe for it, how to make it. It's real easy. Some powdered sugar, some powdered chocolate, and a little bit of milk. And some cream cheese. A little tip. The chocolate sauce doesn't want to work for you because it's been in the fridge for too long. One thing you could do is dip it in a little bit of hot water and it'll loosen up for about a minute or so. We got some mint here. Another tip for you. Buy mint, wash it, put it with some paper towel and it'll keep fresh for about a week or two. This is the finished product. Again, if you like our recipes here at Gangsta in the Kitchen, go down to the little button down there and press subscribe and like. It'll be muchly appreciated. And like I always say, keep it healthy, keep it easy, and make it from your heart. And even you can be a gangster in the kitchen. And again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas from my kitchen in the Decato. Deuces.